Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Sunday, April 24th, 2016, around 8:21 in the evening, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's dark out right now. Temperatures going down to the 50s and 40s. Tomorrow going to be sunny, then later on cloudy. Tuesday's going to be a washout. Some news to report. The Dallas Stars beat the Minnesota Wild by a score of 5-4 to end that series in 6 games. Dallas Stars advanced to the second round of playoffs. And also, the Golden State Warriors beat the Houston Rockets by a score of 121-94. But Steve Curry injured his knee. He's going to be okay, but that's not good. And Vincent LeCavalier announcing he's retiring from the NHL after 17 seasons. LeCavalier had a great career, all-time goal-scoring leader for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He won the Rocket Richard Award in 2007. And the former owner of the Lightning says he would be the Michael Jordan of the NHL, but he never became it. But he had a great career. And that's about it on news. My third and final video blog of the night is the last personality profile of the month. Tonight's personality profile is about the Masked Superstar, aka Barlow Mongo, aka Super Machine, aka Bill Eadie. The Masked Superstar was also acts of demolition as well, and he had a long and illustrious career in the world of sports entertainment, over 40 years. Bill was born in Pennsylvania. He grew up there for many years before getting involved in the world of professional wrestling. Bill was a high school teacher in Ohio, and he also was a coach as well. He didn't make too much money as a teacher or a coach. He was fascinated by the world of professional wrestling. In 1973, he was trained to be a wrestler by Gito Mongo, and whose real name was Tony Newberry. And Bill made his debut in 1973 in the Detroit territory under a mask called the Paramedics. He wrestled in the Detroit territory for a while. Then he wrestled the IWA and the WWF under the name Barlow Mongo with his mentor Gito Mongo. And in 1975, Bill went to Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, and he wrestled under a hood for his most famous wrestling gimmick, the Masked Superstar. And Bill wrestled as a Masked Superstar for 11 years. He was one of the top heels in the Mid-Atlantic territory for years. He was managed by Boris Malenko, and he won many Mid-Atlantic titles, like the TV title and the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. He feuded with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Dino Bravo, Wahoo McDaniel, and others. He also teamed up with Paul Jones to win several Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Championships and the NWA World Tag Team Championships. And also, he teamed with Mr. Masked Superstar number 2 was Big John Studd. And when the Masked Superstar was wrestling in Mid-Atlantic, he had a gimmick where he would give somebody $10,000 if he could break out of a submission hold, which was a Cobra clutch type. Later on, the Masked Superstar turned face and feuded with Baron Von Raschke and Mr. 1 Paul Jones. Now, number 1 Paul Jones in Mid-Atlantic. And in 1982, the Masked Superstar went to Georgia Championship Wrestling, and he turned heel again, and Paul Ellering was his manager. He won the National Heavyweight Championship and the Georgia State Championship, feuding with Brad strong and icon of Georgia Championship Wrestling, Tommy Wildfire Rich. He was part of the Legion of Doom stable with Paul Ellering as his manager, and he also was part of that stable with King Kong Bundy, the Spoiler, Jake the Snake Roberts, and the Road Warriors and the Iron Sheik, and the Masked Superstar's famous finishing maneuver became the Swinging Neck Breaker. In August of 1983, the Masked Superstar went to the WWE, and he was managed by the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. That was the last wrestler the Grand Wizard managed before he passed away in October of 1983. Masked Superstar got a big push as a top heel in the WWE. He kayfabe broke Eddie Gilbert's neck, but this was as part of the storyline because Eddie Gilbert was involved in a serious car wreck in real life, so this was just to further the angle. He had several classic matches with Bob Backlund for the WWE Championship. There was a plan that the Masked Superstar was going to beat Bob Backlund for the WWE Championship and drop it to Hulk Hogan, but Backlund voided it because Masked Superstar was not an amateur wrestler, and the Masked Superstar stayed in WWE for several more months after that, feuding with Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Sergeant Slaughter and Andre the Giant. And then the Masked Superstar went to several other regional territories, which were Diane, Pro Wrestling USA, Florida, and a couple of others. In 1986, Bill returned to the WWE. He dropped the Masked Superstar gimmick and he wrestled under a mask again he was the Super Machine. Of that machine gimmick, the machines were Blackjack Mulligan and Andre the Giant and a few other times like famous face wrestlers in WWE who donned the mask of the machines for one night only, like the Piper Machine, the Hulk Machine, the Animal Machine, the Crusher Machine, and a few others. They were from the land of the rising sun, Japan, but it was just a wrestling gimmick. I wish there was a button machine for Julie Button. New 6. Julie has nice legs. Anyway, in January of 1987, Bill got a new gimmick. He was under face paint. He was Axe of Demolition, and he teamed with Smash. At first, it was Randy Cooley, but everybody knew that was Moondog Rex. And eventually, it was Smash was Barry Darsow, who was known as Crusher Khrushchev in Jim Crockett Promotions. Demolition was originally managed by the lesser Johnny V, but eventually it was by Mr. Fuji, and the Demolition were heels. They had Roughhouse Tactics. It was kind of a clone of the Road Warriors. The Demolition was so popular, they won 3 WWE Tag Team Championships, feuding with Strikeforce, the British Bulldogs, the Heart Foundation, the Brainbusters, the Powers of Pain, the Bushwhackers, the Rockers, the Colossal Connection, and so many other tag teams. Here comes the Axe, and here comes the Smasher, the Demolition, Walking Disaster. That's part of the theme song. And Demolition was selling crazy merchandise, and with the leather spikes, they were awesome, and they continued to be popular into May of 1990 when Bill Eadie Axe suffered some heart troubles, and they had to bring in a third member of Demolition, Crush, and Bill Eadie got that problem because he got an allergic reaction to shellfish because of spending so much time in Japan and having so many shrimp and stuff, and he could not eat any shellfish again. Eventually they were phasing Axe out, and on December of 1990, Bill Eadie left the WWE. He went into independence using the name Axis Demolisher, and he sued the WWE and Vince McMahon for the rights to the Demolition name, and they've had problems ever since. And Bill Eady's blasted Vince McMahon, but he eventually won that lawsuit, and it's unlikely that he'll ever go into the WWE Hall of Fame Axe and Smash with Barry Darsow because of Vince McMahon hating him. And Billy continues to wrestle these days. He's close to 70 years old, but he's still in decent shape. I have a shoot interview of the Masked Superstar conducted years prior, and it's a great shoot interview done by RF Video, the masters of the shoot interview. Maybe I should start doing some shoot interviews. Who should I shoot interview with? Give me some ideas. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. It might happen. And that's about it on that. I'll be back tomorrow. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+, with 3 more video blogs. First video blog will be about from number 10 to number 1, the best 70 NBA players of all time. Second video blog of the day will be about Lowell Regional Transit Authority Bus Route 17 from Lowell Kennedy Center to North Chelmsford. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about the former WWE Tag Team Champions, the Godwins. Henry O. Godwin and Phineas I. Godwin. Hog and Pig. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bunny guy. Molly Rosenblatt of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart is so stunning. She's the best. Amy Swensee's awesome. And in the words of Sean Lucia, get out. Next personality profile will be 1 week from today. Won't tell you who it is. I'll tell you the whole list tomorrow. Bye now.